Hello, Just Too Good here. Today I'm taking a look at the LEGO Aqua Raiders 2007 Angler Ambush set with 2 minifigures, 130 pieces, and it retailed for $10 back in the day. Let's open this bad boy up. I did get it from eBay, where I get most of my old LEGO sets from. And it seems like we just have some instructions and the bags of pieces. So here's the set all built up. Now let's take a look at those minifigures. Keep in mind both minifigures come with black flippers, but let's remove those for the sake of putting these on the minifigure stand. This guy has a little jackhammer, and both minifigures actually have identical torso prints, which we'll get a better look at in a minute. You can see he does have a little oxygen tank, and both do have this nice printed helmet right here, which you can see has that Aqua Raiders logo, and it looks really cool on how that is printed, almost like it's faded a bit. I think that was intentional because it gives it more of a hardcore look, and it ends up looking pretty cool. Remove all of that and you can see a better look at that torso print, which, like I said, is the same for both minifigures. His face print is actually kind of a rare one. It was used as the king for LEGO Castle. I think I only have one of that face print, so that's pretty cool. And then the back, you can see some of that torso print right there. So with this dude, I won't be removing that oxygen tank because, like I said, it's the same torso print, but the design of this one is identical. You have that little mask right there with the helmet. And underneath, he does have this common face, which they just retired recently. I think it was like a couple years ago. But this guy was so overused in LEGO City, like, oh my gosh. So back to the builds, you can see there's 3 separate builds. So here is the Anglerfish, and I really like how this came out. There's some nice part usage with the old whip piece right here and this little cone for the light of the Anglerfish. And I think I wouldn't have built it that way, but I think it works. So that's some pretty cool designs there. Then you got this nice printed top part for the eyes, which has kind of a nice shine to some of the silver on there, and these really kind of freaky yellow-red eyes. Looks like an older design, maybe from the early 2000s, but I don't mind it because it is an exclusive print. Then we have these fangs on the side right here, which are glow in the dark, so those work pretty well. And of course you have his jaw, which you could move up and down, and you could make him eat one of the minifigures if you'd like. And those fangs look pretty menacing. So it's a pretty good looking figure from the front. Other than that, there's these fins on the side, which I don't like how these are built. I wish it was maybe a little bit of a more elaborate fin, because when you have these small little puny, different color from the dark blue right here for the fin, it just doesn't look right, and it kind of takes away from the design of this whole fish, but it's not too big of a deal. You do have this nice fin on the back, which you could also rotate like this and move up and down because it is on a hinge piece, so that can get some play out of it, and I don't mind that. I think that the different color blues match there and on the top. It's just that little fin right there where it looks a little bit awkward. There's not too much else with this build. It is kind of small. I mean, if you compare it to the size of the diver, you can see it's just about the height of the diver. And now let's take a look at the other 2 builds. I forgot to say, but my boy, brother from another brick, loves this theme, so go check out his channel. But either way, this little vehicle right here has a nice symmetry to it, and I actually like how compact it is. It doesn't look like they wasted any space here. You got some nice turbines or engines on the bottom, and then these little fins on the side, and then this nice printed little tail right here, which is not an exclusive print, but it only appeared in 3 other sets, so it's not the most common print, and that looks great. And you can also move these fins on the side up and down, and they even have 2 of these little flippers at the back. So that's a pretty cool build, and of course it just fits one minifigure in the center standing up like that. And then the other build right here is this little grotto, I guess you could say. And you push this, and that top part kind of flies off, and inside you have some gold coins hidden. Also nice to get this piece in the translucent dark green. So that's really it for the builds of the set. Let's go on to the packaging and then the final verdict. Unfortunately, by 2007, LEGO stopped putting the alternate builds at the back of the box. I have to say the material for this box does not feel like any of the material of the more recent boxes. It doesn't feel like the softer one or the more glossy one. It's just kind of an older style. But they do have an ad for the other sets in this corner right here. The big base is what I want, but other than that, the only other one I would want is the Shipwreck, because the Shipwreck actually looks really cool, but that's a special edition set and is not featured on the back right here. As for the instructions, nothing too interesting, except the back does have an ad for LEGO Club Magazine, which you can see they have some of the older LEGO Racer sets. And then right here, they have an ad for Shop at Home, which has that old 2006 Airport, which my cousin had. It seems like some Ferrari sets right there, and even LEGO Viking. So those are some nostalgic themes. Not really nostalgic, because I never got any Viking sets, but just older themes that I do recognize. So overall, this small little Aqua Raiders Angler Ambush set is not a set that I'm blown away with on Throwback Thursday, even though it is a new theme. This is the first that I've ever gotten of Aqua Raiders, but I do want to get more of the theme because there's a nice consistency to this. I think all the vehicles are yellow, and you get these nice kind of sea creatures, some of which weren't interpreted into LEGO Atlantis, which is what I was familiar with. I mean, I don't remember getting a small little anglerfish like this, except that angler minifigure from LEGO Atlantis, so it kind of is a nice detail, and I especially like some of the printed pieces in here, which you get that little front part and this part right here. There's no stickers in here. It's also a nice little play feature with the jaws of the anglerfish and this little grotto right here. And for back in the day, this was a good value for $10. Nowadays, this would be like $15 to even $20, which is kind of ridiculous. So with all that considered, I do like this set, and that's it for this Throwback Thursday. Not sure what we have planned for next week. It will probably be a Patreon poll one, so if you want to go and support on Patreon, I think if you pay $5 a month, you could vote in one of these polls. It's just a little incentive for supporting the channel. So that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.